All right, spoiler warning for Star Trek, Soul Eater, Watchmen, Toy Story, because the toys are alive. Madoka,
Magica, a lot of that. Actually, no, we were so vague. I don't think we had any X-Men spoilers.
Pokemon Black and White. Ruby, One Punch Man, Naruto, Freezing. What? Read Freezing. Read Freezing.
One Piece, Metal Gear Solid Rising, Black Panther the movie. We were still vague with him. The first episode of One Punch Man.
The first minute and a half of One Punch Man. Full Metal Alchemist. Fate Stay Night.
Unlimited Blade Works / just those three.
Dr. Stone.
The early Dr. Stone.
Hunter Hunter. My Hero Academia. Gurren Lagann. Attack on Titan. You or whatever the Netflix Death Note, Chainsaw Man, Code Geass, Fire Force, Berserk,
and Marvel Infinity War / Endgame.
If you don't know what Thanos is already.
Yeah, you probably know what Thanos is because no one shuts the fuck up about him. So yeah, if you haven't seen any of those and plan on watching them, which for all of them besides Ruby, you probably should.
Yeah. Ruby, it's okay. Don't be us. Don't be us, please.
You don't have to watch Ruby, but everything else we talked about, check it out. It's all pretty good, all pretty solid. I don't know about you or whatever the fuck it is. I haven't seen that. Yeah, but everything else, pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Shiki thinks Freezing is pretty good. It's honestly, on the record.
How much you described it, I probably think it's not bad.
Cool. Yes, I did it.
Puff, I gave in a long time ago that Freezing is probably like a little better than Cavalry, which I already said I think is kind of good.
All right, cool.
It's not better than Plunderer. Looks Plunderer is fucking awesome.
Whatever you say, boss.
All right, so yeah, you're recording yourself this time.
Yes, I am. I double checked. Double, triple checked. Everyone's grouped up, I'm pretty sure, but who cares? Let's go. Did they do anything wrong? Tier list. The tiers are a true elder god tier for characters villains who are actually like correct.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They were just correct. They were just the correct one.
Can't blame them. These are people who like their moral compass is not perfect, but like all right. You made a pretty good decision, I think. Or at least an understandable one. Somewhat justified. You have a point. You have a single point in your favor, and that's all you need to get to somewhat justified. Cool motive still murders exactly what it sounds like. Evil is exactly what it sounds like, and did nothing wrong is for the people who really are just terrible, but like people will champion them anyway.
So comedically awful.
Yeah.
That it's questionable why they're even here.
Yeah. Like, oh my god.
We'll get to that. That'll be fun. It'll be funny.
Yeah, like doing morality for characters is kind of dumb to begin with, but it's very fun. So let's start off with.
Damn it! We could have put Uta on here. Fuck.
Oh, we could have put Uta on here. Hold up.
We absolutely could have. It'd be so easy.
All right, I can literally just add Uta to like the folder that all these pictures are in.
I know you can. That's so funny.
All right. Should we do it?
Sure.
We have added Uta and Remington. Cool.
Let's go.
All right.
Okay, they're actually here. Fucking finally.
All right. I took out evil and just did nothing wrong.
Because it's funnier.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Lelouch v. Britannia. I'm a little foggy on
the part where you fuck around with tech for an hour.
No, I actually stopped recording and continued.
All right, good job. Okay, Lelouch. He is not somewhat justified.
Well, like I'm a little foggy on Code Geass because it's been so long since I've seen it. But it's like, all right, I'm going to start like a war, and I'm going to like actually like kill like rebel soldiers and like Japanese people who I'm actually allying with just to get to my father for revenge. Doesn't seem pretty great. Doesn't seem great at all.
And then also there's the when people say he did nothing wrong, they say he was just protecting Japan. They don't have a good reason. They're just insane.
I know,
Like,
like, there's that scene, like, a lot of people argue about, like, the one where his Gias goes out of control, and it's like,
which
oh,
was and the whole point of that scene is that it was his subconscious coming to life, and the thing that he joked about but wanted actually fucking happened.
yeah, because, like, Lulu, the princess, was like, alright, I'm going to, like, actually, like, bridge the gap and, like, try and, like, create peace between our, Britannia and, Japan.
Yeah.
And then
And
it's
then
like,
he's
fuck, I can't have that. I need them to
and,
still
and
hate each
he's
other
like,
for
hey,
my...
wouldn't it be so funny if my Gios hypothetically went off right now and then I ordered you to kill all the Japanese? Wouldn't that be a funny hypothetical? It's like, oh no, it happened. Who could have seen this coming?
I mean, I guess, like, I think when people, like, talk about him doing
He
nothing
didn't
wrong,
do
they
it on
talk about...
purpose, but it was like I think it was the way that I remember it being shown is it was like his subconscious coming to life.
Yeah. I think,
He
like...
wanted it so bad he activated it without realizing it.
Yeah, I think when people, like, talk about him doing nothing wrong, they talk about, like, his death and how he, like, redeemed himself. Like, did
Which
he
is
really?
no, not really. In fact, I wouldn't even put him cool motive. He's just insane. He's just a bad
But
person.
what about his sister? It's for revenge.
Fucking. Right now, Meruem is a lot more arguable.
Yeah,
Because
like,
like the whole thing with Meruem is he had the worst spawn point of all time.
yeah, like he's literally like born. He's born evil. He's born evil, pretty much. Like, okay, you're gonna be a king. You're gonna
He's
rule the
born
world. You're gonna eat humans forever.
Yeah, he's born among people who are like, you're the coolest guy of all time, and you should do whatever the fuck you want because you're the best. And he's like, oh, I will do that. Yeah, but the reason that he's questionable is because like through fighting Netero, he goes from I'm gonna kill all humans to they can have a small portion live in like a camp somewhere.
Yeah, like ever since Komugi like enters his life, he just slowly starts like
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
like thinking about like
yeah.
morality, thinking
Well,
about
like
like
the
how to be a
implication
king.
is that if he was raised in like a better setting, or like if the guard captains didn't suck as much ass, then he may not have. Then he may have reached a better conclusion than I will save some of the humans.
Yeah,
He could have reached the conclusion of like, there's a lot of shitty people everywhere, but I should still like be a king and appreciate the good aspects in everyone.
yeah, or
'Cause that's
even
what
like
the
if he
whole
just
arc
didn't
highlighted.
die, like if he just didn't die and he kept living, like maybe he would have reached that conclusion anyway.
I mean, he would have reached it after doing a lot of war crimes,
Yeah.
but like or yeah. But the point is, if Meruem either had more time to think about it in some capacity or learn about it, he would have reached a much better conclusion.
Yeah, he was a monster slowly becoming more
Yeah,
human.
because the whole point was he had the
And
potential
Gon was
to
a
be-
human becoming more monstrous.
Yeah,
So
'cause
who's the real monster? Humans are the real monster.
Yeah, because the whole point was he had the potential to actually become like the perfect ruler.
Yeah.
He just didn't. All right, Garo. No, Garo hasn't. Garo didn't kill anyone.
Okay. Well, then he didn't murder anyone either. So I guess
Exactly. Yeah. No,
somewhat
he's somewhat no, because the reason I can say somewhat justified is early on, Garo's whole thing is just his hatred for heroes turns into him beating up heroes for being stupid. Like he beats up Goldeneye or whatever his name is, and is like, "Hey, don't fight villains when you're drunk, you fucking idiot." Or like when he fights a Spring Mustachio right after, he's like, "Don't." He's like, "Your style doesn't work well in small areas, you idiot." Yeah, his whole thing early on is basically just trying to make heroes less stupid.
Yeah, because
And then
like the whole
obviously-
idea is that like like obviously like with the current arc they have going with the Neo Heroes is that like all right the Hero Association is kind of screwed up and like Garo is like sort of the lead in into that where like heroes are like have a bunch of contradictions and he's just like basically pointing them all out as he fights them.
His
Like
thing
one of my
about why he
favorites.
become a monster. The whole thing about it was even though he said he wanted to become a monster, it was kind of disingenuous. Because like even when he's like, "I'm the best, I'm gonna kill people," he sees the little shit almost die. And he's like, "I should probably help him."
Yeah, like Saitama like is basically the voice of the author, and he says you didn't want to be like a villain, you wanted to be a hero more than anything. This was just like the way you wanted to do it because you thought the world
because
was wrong.
he only ever saw heroes portrayed in a positive or in a negative light to him. Because he only ever saw heroes in negative settings, he automatically wanted them to lose and cared more with the monsters. Even though whenever Garo was actually face to face with a monster, that's the only time he killed anyone. because he could tell they were bad.
Yeah. I actually remember one of my favorite like moments of him pointing out like the hypocrisy of the heroes is like when the A classes all team up on him. It's like, oh
Right.
yeah, the S class are so like fucking stupid and like so up
Yeah.
their own ass. Like they think they're so great, but like we're the A class and we can do just as good a job when we team up. And it's like, all right, but why don't you just team up with S class? If you like asked
Yeah.
one of them for help, you would have had me for a
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, no, because like literally right after he beats all the A class, Genos and Bang show up and start kicking his ass, and he gets saved by monsters. If they were with them from the start, Garou just would have lost.
Yeah, because like the idea is like Garou be like an S class who was like by himself, so it's like, all right, maybe you need a little teamwork to get him, and like yeah, like the thing is like, if you were really cared about doing the job right and like protecting people, then you wouldn't let your pride get in the way of asking for someone for help, or like your pride get in the way of being a stupid S class who
Yeah,
thinks they're the
exactly.
greatest guy in the world.
Or like he beats a Tank Top Master because, as he says, he's too straightforward. Tank Top Master is not good at adapting. He's kind of stupid, which is bad for a hero. But then when he fights Metal Bat, it's a tie because even though Metal Bat's a fucking idiot, he's a great person and never gives up, which is a good trait in a hero.
Oh yeah, like I remember like Metalbat like compared to the other S class heroes is like actually very admirable because I remember there's that one scene where like none of the S class heroes were prepared to die today. They were all like, "Wait, I have to like actually enter a life or death fight. I thought this was going to be easy. What the fuck?" No.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the whole thing is that, and because that Metal Bat also didn't kill Garo.
Yeah.
But he didn't kill him because he thought he was a good person. But once his sister showed up, he was like, it's fair to not kill this guy with my sister around. Whereas like even if his sister showed up when Metal Bat was fighting, like, I don't know, like hypothetically, Metal Bat's like a top tier now and he's fighting Boros. If his sister said stop, I think Metal Bat would be like, I really can't this time.
Yeah.
It's a little too important. I'm really sorry about this.
Like the thing is, when it comes to like his morality, I'd honestly feel like someone just fight is too high for him, but just that he never like outright kills a human or does anything too terrible. So like
Yeah.
he doesn't do anything amazing, but doesn't do anything bad. So he's just in the middle now.
Yeah, he's never able to take the bad step that other people here will take.
Yeah.
All right, Archer.
All right. You said like
Archer.
you want to add this guy to the list,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Because I saw him on a list and I thought it was interesting. Archer's whole thing is basically kind of the question of if you go to the future and hate your life so much that you want to kill your past self, is that suicide or is that murder? Because it's like, he's technically killing himself before he can have all the negative events. But of course, the answer is no. That's murder because past you does not agree with current you. You're fucking insane. What are you doing? Stop.
Yeah, that's like is suicide amoral? Should we aid in suicide? It's like wait a second, you're killing your someone who's not entirely yourself, at least not yet.
Because Shiro is like, because Shiro's like, no, I want to save people. He's like, I did, it sucked. He's like, oh, I'll make it not suck. He's like, you're annoying.
All right.
Yeah, that's about it for Archer.
All right, this is like the most maybe the most iconic like
What's his name again? I always forget his name.
Ozymandias or something along that line.
Something stupid.
Yeah. Like the thing is about like even though he's like the like sort of the poster boy for did nothing wrong, true elder god. Like even look up the meme like true elder god tier. Like true like he'll be like right up,
doesn't he?
Yeah, he's the one who shows up on like the original meme.
I wouldn't know because this is mostly 4chan and Reddit shit, and I am on neither of those.
Yeah, like there we go. True elder god, he's right there. Because like his whole thing is basically like, all right, I am the smartest man on the planet, and I have formulated a strategy that will, like avoid it. If I cause like one little terrorism incident, it could unify the world and stop war for the next like 50 years. So I'm just gonna do that, and like it'll save more lives in the long term, probably. But the thing is, like this is one thing I love about Watchmen.
Yeah.
is that it's kind of like a criticism of like this whole type of true elder god tier can't like did nothing wrong type character, because after everything is done, even though like all the Watchmen are like, all right, we failed to stop him, and like his plan is like probably gonna be good, so like we'll just leave him alone now, I guess. Like he's in it, like he goes into like his office and like he talks with Dr. Manhattan, you know, the big blue guy who's like literally a god, and he's like, all right,
most of Watchmen.
yeah, and it's like Manhattan, you can see the future, right? Can you tell me, does it work out in the end? Does my plan work? Does this truly like lead to more lives being saved? Does it all work out in the end? And he says nothing ever ends. Cause like he's saying like yeah, cause like even if you can stop wars for in the short term for the next 50 years, there's no guarantee that it'll stop it forever. And like you killed a bunch of people now today, and that does count for something. That you can't just ignore that. You can't just like treat it like a numbers game, especially when it can be so hard to predict, and so it's sort of left uncertain.
Yeah, or it's also, you can also call that kind of like it's kind of just like another reflection of the whole idea of like, what we if you like went back in time and stopped a bad thing, it would change the future type of shit. Or it's just like, just because you know that you're preventing bad things in the near future, in the way future, your actions could actually hypothetically lead to even more bad things.
Yeah, because like the thing is, he framed the whole terrorist thing as like an alien invasion. So like, what happens if like say 100 years from now they learn that the aliens were fake and this Ozymandias guy was behind it? Now what the hell happens?
Yeah. Or like the other thing, I guess one way that I think you could describe it is it's like a trolley problem, except there's stuff beyond the tracks that you can't see.
Yeah, and of course, like he's supposed to have like super intelligence, so like of course he can see that better than most people. But even he's not the only one who truly can't see the whole thing is Dr. Manhattan, and he's not telling anyone.
Yeah, he ain't doing that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is Makima here?
Because she just wanted to control chaos. She wanted to bring order to a chaotic, uncertain, dangerous world. She wanted gun control. She just wanted gun control.
I'm gonna answer this honestly. Makima's only here because people are horny as fuck.
That is 100% true.
Because no, she's fucking insane. She doesn't have a cool motive. She's just insane and kills a lot of people.
It's like literally like, all right, she's like a good character, of course, but because she's hot,
it's a character.
Because she's hot, and it's like, all right, I think she might be an okay person because like that's how she frames herself throughout the entire. That's how she frames herself throughout the entire manga. Is that yes, I am a good person. I'm the boss. I'm the leader of the Devil Hunters. I want to do what's good for people.
Even though it's kind of, not that. Well, when you watch Denji kill Makima, do you really think, the world is a worse place? No, he just killed a psychopath who's going to kill so many people.
I guess we should put Chainsaw Man spoilers on here because anime only.
At the end of this, we can go through all the series we talk about and then say, hey, spoilers for all of these, and you can put it at the front.
Yeah. All right. This is mine. Charles Bonaparte. Okay, let me explain this one. All right. Yeah, so the whole like premise of freezing is like, all right, there's these aliens invading, and it's like a global threat, of course. Like the world could end, and like these aliens can attack at any time. They're really strong and all that. Like it's a really dire situation. So there's this thing called the Pandora project, like trying to make it's an attempt to try and like make more super soldiers, because like you need to be born like with a certain way, like only a small percent of people can become super soldiers. So this is like their attempt to try and like try and get more people into that pool. But the thing is, the person heading the project knows that it will never work, and she's just using it as like a political front to buy time for her actual project, while other bureaucrats just like use the project as a political front to try and get more power and all that. And Charles is like, it's like, all right, yes, they're literally killing these girls for like no reason, but this is the system we have. If we risk infighting to like try and like get at these people, and we tear Chevalier apart, this organization that's the only thing protecting humanity, the world could end tomorrow and the Novas could attack at any time. We can't afford to mess this up. Please don't mess with this delicate balance. And honestly, you know what she says? You know why she'll never go and can't blame him or a true Elder God tier?
What?
She literally says this word, and I quote, "I was literally wrong." I was literally wrong because yes, protecting a system like that instead of trying to change it is actually a pretty bad thing to do.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And I talked a lot about freezing. You just zoned out, didn't you?
Well, I've heard you talk about this person for like a month. Linlin time.
All right, Linlin.
Okay. Anyone who thinks Linlin's justified is actually insane.
Yeah, because the whole premise of Lin's character is like a well-meaning like idiot who just
No, her whole premise is it's an overgrown child.
Yeah.
Because anyone who says she actually wants equality forgot that Linlin's definition of equality is basically taut land, except everyone is as tall as her.
Yeah,
That's
like
not equality. That's fucking horrifying.
yeah, like the thing is like I love how Inheritable is like twisted with Linlin, where like, oh, Mother Carmel like was supposed to be a symbol of like interspecies relations, but like because she didn't truly believe in it and didn't try and teach Linlin those things for real, Linlin like never got to understand what it meant, and now she's just like going around one of the most powerful people on the planet with like this misunderstanding of what equality really is, and it's really just
because she refuses to be talked to. If you told her, no, equality means you have to, actually treat them equally, she'd be like, no, everyone is under me. People who think Linlin are right literally just see the word equality and are like, look, guys, she's based. Even though she literally just is mad that she's taller than everyone.
Yeah. I mean, like, it is true that, like, and she's better than the world government in some ways, but she's also a lot worse in others. One
way you can look at it is, like, both of them wanted giants. The government wanted them as weapons. Linlin wanted them for equality.
And also, she wanted to, like, crush her rivals and become Pirate King with their military strength.
Yeah. But the problem with that is, how did Linlin want giants again? Oh, yeah, Caesar's child experiment.
Or even, like, when she didn't get Elbath through, like, the marriage, she, like, literally started beating Chifan. Not even Lola, the girl who ran away. Her, like, twin sister just for looking like her and, like, would literally beat her. Like,
yeah,
oh,
is that literally the definition of prejudice? Attacking someone because they look like another person in a group, regardless of what that individual has actually done.
Yeah, and even then, like, the whole equality thing is like, all right, oh, your race doesn't matter, but even then, like, Linlin cares so much about her bloodline specifically. Like, all right, you need to join my family. You need to join if you're not part of my family, why should I care about you?
Also, she does kind of tokenize race because that's her whole thing. She's turned equality into literally a Pokemon game. Where she's like, I need myself. Or he's literally like, hey, King, join my crew. You're a race I don't have. And he's like, no, I'm not doing that. But people say Linlin is remotely justified. Don't know how to read. Good job.
Yeah. All right. Here's a fun one.
No, he did everything wrong.
No, the thing is, you could make a case for him going in somewhat justified, just because the one point in Akainu's favor is like some pirates are really bad people. You need someone to stop the pirates.
But
the women and children too.
Sakazuki's whole thing is, for one, people who defend the Buster Call are insane because they exist. The Marines are like, all right, the Cypher Pull and the Gorosei, or like the Elder Stars, like, all right, here's the plan. Vice Admirals, listen up, Vice Admirals. Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna go there. We are going to evacuate all the citizens, and then you're gonna murder the shit out of the researchers and blow up the island. And they're like, okay. And then they're doing that, and Sakazuki's like, I have an idea, guys. What if we killed the civilians?
The women and children too.
And he does it, and then Kuzan's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, it's like there might have been a scholar there.
All the people, they're like, he's just doing his job. He disobeyed orders to kill women, children, and innocent men.
The Elder Stars are so paranoid about it that they killed a whole island, and even they were like, "We don't need to kill the civilians. Why would we do that?
Yeah.
We don't need to do that.
Like,
It's fine."
even if you accept the premise that what the scholars were doing were wrong, which is not true at all. They were just literally looking into history. Like, they weren't even planning to do anything malicious at all. And it's just like, oh, we can't have that. Obviously, the world government did that because they're terrible people and they don't want people knowing how they got into power.
Literally, the most recent chapter, fucking Vegapunk was like, "Oh yeah, Robin, yeah, they just killed they killed Clover because he knew something that was spooky." Yeah, that scared them because he knew something.
Yeah, everyone sees that plot point coming a mile away.
Yeah, it's just like, he literally spelled it out. He's like, "Oh, why did they die? Because they knew a thing." It's and remember, because Clover didn't even want to go public with it. He wanted to discuss it with the Elder Stars first.
Yeah,
because he wasn't sure if they knew or not. He was like, "Do you guys know how fucking insane our history is?" And they're like, "Yes, die."
And like, even then, like, with his whole thing, like, pirates are evil, gotta kill them. Not all pirates are evil in the One Piece. One Piece, obviously.
Luffy's not evil. The most evil thing Luffy does is impel down, which was pretty bad. Don't do that, Luffy. That's not good. Why'd you do that? Or B, steal water in Alabasta. Zoro kills a lot of people. That's fair.
Like, honestly, I feel like even one very obvious thing to point to is that, like, he will chase after a half-dead Whitebeard instead of fighting Blackbeard, even though like Whitebeard's like hailed as like a peacekeeper. The Whitebeard pirates are like peacekeepers in the New World. They like protect people. No, they're pirates. They have the same label. They're worth just as much as that Blackbeard guy over there.
Or when he has the option of fighting in Marineford or killing a runaway soldier, he chooses the latter.
Yeah, like, even though, like, that's, like, an actual war crime, like, he's contrasted with Whitebeard saying, if you don't want to fight, leave, and he, like, destroys, like, the big ice wave.
No, just the fact that a literal war is going on, and he's like, "All right, I could fight the pirates, or I could kill that runaway soldier. I know what I'm gonna do first."
And when he learns that like Luffy is Dragon Son, he's like, "Your evil runs through your veins," and he's like, literally the sins of the father carried to the child. We must destroy the seeds of evil.
Yeah, like, the other definition is Ace as a pirate did bad things. He killed a lot of fucking people. Like, in Alabasta, we saw him kill, I think, 50 people at once. But Sakazuki,
they were pirates. They deserved it.
First of all, he would say that because they were bounty hunters. Oh, they're not. I guess they were flagged under crocodile, so Sakazuki would approve. But no, Sakazuki didn't care that Ace was a murderer. He cared that Ace was Roger's kid.
Yeah, that's all they ever talked about during the execution, because that was the point. He was Roger's son. Roger's son is bad.
They even brought up that he was Whitebeard's commander because they didn't give a shit about that. They just wanted him dead because of his dad, which is unhinged.
He's also just like a shitty, cowardly person in general. Like, when he lied to Scourge saying and tried to turn like Whitebeard's men against each other.
No, he's also just a dick.
Yeah, he's just a dick.
Yeah.
Love him though. He's a great character.
Yeah, oh no, he's good.
Like, I guess that's one thing I want to make clear. Being higher up on this list doesn't make you a better character. I would not say Charles Barnapart is a better character than Akainu, Big Mom, Meruem, or even Makima, even though it's been a while since I've read Chainsaw Man.
We're like, hey man, I love Fate and all. I don't like Sakazuki more than Big Mom. Not Sakazuki. I don't like Archer more than Big Mom. I just don't. And Archer's a cool guy though, but I like Big Mom a lot more. Yeah. All right, Katakuri.
All right.
Okay, hey, Poof.
Yeah.
All that happened was the Straw Hats invaded his family and his territory and was hurting his crew. All he did was defend him. Luffy would do the exact same thing.
Why was Sanji in Whole Cake Island again?
Judge's fault.
Judge's fault?
Judge's fault. Katakuri didn't decide. It's not his fault.
Wait, wasn't it Beijing who was working for Big Mom that brought Sanji over to Whole Cake Island to...
Dude, it was Beijing's fault.
Alright, but basically, all it is Katakuri is a really cool guy, and like, honestly, he seems to be pretty chill more often than not. But he killed 3 guys who just saw his face, and that's kind of a shitty thing.
Although you could argue that where he is now, he might not do that anymore.
Yeah.
So, like, current Katakuri might just be a lot more chill. He'd still try to murder Luffy if the exact same situation happened again, though. Like, he literally just would. Because, yeah, he's aligned with evil people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Katakuri's thing. He's like, I love my family, but I'm
But
really insecure
this is his
face.
family. This is his family.
That's the problem. His family's fucking insane. Yeah, no, it's a... Yeah,
Like,
he's just
I imagine
a bad person.
Yeah, I imagine the way
he's a lad and a bro and an absolute chad, so people try to ignore that he's not a good person.
Yeah. Like honestly, I can imagine, like, you know, as the story goes on, his character would just be about trying to pull the family together and try and like salvage
Especially
them.
Big Mom's dead.
Yeah.
Because
like, all right, let's like try.
The only people running for captain, and he'll win.
Yeah, and maybe he'll even like do the equality thing right with like, hey, don't make fun of people based on how they look, because he doesn't like when people makes fun of him based on how he looks.
And he doesn't like people making fun of Brule either. He likes Brule. He cares about her. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Sengoku time.
All right,
As you said, Sengoku's a lot like a certain other someone. Sengoku's whole thing is
Sengoku is like the Charles Bonaparte of One Piece, if you will.
Sengoku still upholds a lot of really shitty facilities, even when he doesn't agree with them, like the Impel Down cover-up. But then also, because he's aligned with that facility, that means he still has some shitty ideas. Like, he also believed in sins of the father. He also would have killed Fetus Ace. That's a thing Sengoku would have done.
Yeah, that's another thing I forgot to mention. We forgot to mention. Like, the Marines literally tried to abort Ace.
That's the thing you did. Mako, what's up?
I'm here. I'm just checking in.
You wanna talk about anyone?
Nope.
Okay, bye, Mocha. all right. Yeah. So, yeah, like Sengoku still believes in terrible things. Like he still wanted to kill Ace because of his dad, not because of the bad things he did. He regularly is like, Garp, I swear to God, if you weren't the Marine hero, I would have you killed because your sons are the worst. Your kid, your grandkid. You're lucky Rusher gave you the credit of capturing him. Yeah, but one thing to point out is as he's gotten older, he's gotten better.
Yeah, that is true. Like Sword, especially, like
he's
probably
in it,
yeah.
which he probably is.
Yeah.
No, but it's just stuff like you know, like when he showed up at Dressrosa with Law, and he's like, "This isn't about Marines or pirates. I'm past that. I'm speaking to you as the person that my son raised." Yeah, as Sengoku gets older, and like he gave up his position when he didn't have to. Because yeah, just as Sengoku got older, he was able to like move past that and see that there are more important things. Still did a lot of terrible things.
Yeah, he was totally complicit with the Buster Call on O'Hara. Completely.
No. Yeah, he did some bad. Yeah, he was just not that great.
Yeah.
All right.
Uta. All right, we had a long talk tonight about like what Film Red and how awesome it is. How Film Red's like maybe the best One Piece movie besides Baron and Matsuri, maybe better.
It may be better. I haven't seen it in a while.
And I am so mad I did not record it and exploit you for more content.
My own video now. All right. So you ready for the tweet?
All right.
So this is the whole reason I wanted you to add Uta. There's a tweet that said, "I feel like Uta made Charlos look like an angel."
Doesn't Charles Lee say in the movie equality? How revolting!
That's the thing. Yeah, no, because Uta's whole thing is, if you look at it at face value, Uta's plan is to murder the whole planet. That's literally her plan.
Yep.
It's not a good plan. Bad plan. But the reason she did that is because she saw everyone suffering, and she thought, "Oh, the dream world is just as real as the real world to me. So it probably is for everyone else too. So I can just trap everyone in the dream world, and then when I die, everyone else will be happy and free."
So she gives me a lot of vibes like this other character here, but
I'll talk to her in a second. The whole thing is basically. But the difference is she doesn't want everyone to die, because like in Film Red, when people get shot, she goes out of their way to try and help them.
Yeah, like she actually like freaks out and be like, "Oh my god, I can't have this happen." Like she rips off her own sleeve and tries to stop the bleeding.
Because Uta's thing is she doesn't want anyone to die. She wants everyone to enter what she considers to be the happiest place in the world, and then she's going to die herself so that they can stay happy forever. She's wrong because she's removing their freedoms and also beating the shit out of all the pirates.
Yeah, like she doesn't understand that like some people like care about their responsibilities and want to pursue them. Like there's like that one boy's like, I have sheep to take care of. Uta, can I go take care of my sheep now before they all like starve to death or whatever?
Yeah. Or like literally with Luffy, like when they're little and Ucha's like, Luffy, come dream with me. Luffy's like, hell no, I would never do that. Come adventure with me. This is what I find fun.
Yeah, like
then,
Luffy's all about like trying to find adventure on the outside, while Uta's like sort of when she gets stuck like on the island and it's like she's just like by herself, like that's all she has.
And then this is a quote from Oda explaining Uta's motivation. Though the dark aspects of the Great Pirate Era, the entertainment that's helping the suffering citizens has surprisingly been streamed. She tried her best to find a place in the world while discovering a way to be happy. Her conclusion, leading people to a dream world to save them. What is virtual reality? What is reality? Is escaping actual evil. The only villain of this movie is Tot Musica. Ucha's plan failed, and that's a good thing, but Luffy still swore to fulfill her new Genesis the right way. Because, yeah, Tot Musica was the embodiment of all the terrible emotions that she and everyone else was feeling that she ended up being consumed and embodied by, to the point that she couldn't even control it and it became its own monster.
Yeah, like the whole reason why she was even driven to such plan to begin with is because the world's in a pretty bad place, a pretty bad place.
Like Uta's still technically a murderer. I only say technically because the people won't die. Their consciousness will live on in the dream world.
Yeah, like I'm still willing to put her in cool motive, still murder, because like she's wrong. She's clearly wrong.
Yeah, it's just not, she's not. But it makes sense why she's treating that way. Like she's definitely better than Katakuri and Big Mom.
Like if we're gonna start like arranging them within the tiers, like I'd honestly put like Meruem at the top, Uta here, and then like Big Mom at the bottom here. I think Akainu can go over these two just because he like he's a true believer in justice. Yeah, he's a true believer in his justice and will like actually like.
The only reason I would put Uta above Meruem is because Uta didn't have any malicious desire to kill people, while Meruem definitely did.
Oh yeah, if we're talking about like kill count, then Uta like has zero, while Meruem still has like.
I just mean being malicious because like even. Like when Meruem was at his most moral, he was still planning on killing the overwhelming majority of humanity.
All right. The thing is about I think Charles might go over Sengoku.
Sengoku is worse because he, from what you've described me, Sengoku actively participated in it in a lot more than Charles did.
Yeah, Charles. The thing is, Charles is literally like a teenager, like a child soldier who's just she's literally like she's obviously going down that path, but like she stops herself and like she has friends that pull her out of it like pretty quickly. Like she's like 17 maybe. She hasn't done that. Like the worst thing she did was she killed one of the Pandora that went berserk. But it was in self-defense, and at first, like, people screaming, like, why'd you kill her? You own the strongest Pandora. You didn't have to do that, but, like, no, like, she was, like, worried, like, I thought that thing might kill me. And that's the worst thing she did, was kill someone in self-defense.
Right. Archer's thing is you could argue Archer should go at the top of cool motive, because he technically is trying to kill Shiro.
Yeah, I guess, like, why was he getting so much justified?
Because even the final moral of Fate is that what he was trying to do is murder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, any fucking Fate fan that points out that my summary sucks ass, shut up.
Did you finish the visual novel yet, Cheeky? All three routes? Routes?
I've only done 1.5 routes, and then I watched the anime a while ago.
Okay, all right. Star Trek time. All right.
Not knowing what the fuck you're talking.
This could possibly be our first true Elder God.
If you say so.
But I want to hear your opinion after, like, all right, so basically...
you describe to me what he did.
Yeah, okay, so basically what happened was, the Starfleet, like, made a deal with this, like, race of, like, planet-conquering, empire, the Cardassian Empire, and basically said, alright, we'll do a ceasefire in our war, but we're gonna like exchange some territories, and like that's the deal, and like it stopped the war. It was a pretty great deal, and it actually like bridged a way for them to like actually start being chill with each other eventually. But like a lot of the territory they gave, like whole planets they gave away, had human settlements on them. So now like these humans who like had a life there, like suddenly just lost their homes, and like of course the Starfleet was like, all right, we'll relocate you, we'll find you a new home, you can go wherever you want, because Starfleet's just amazing that way. But Remington was like, no, the Maquis were a group of terrorists that were like, no, this is our home, we're going to fight the Cardassians and you if you try and remove us. And he was basically their leader, trying to fight for the people who lost their home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I remember there's and I remember like the scene where like he gets captured. Cisco actually has to bait him out by like being the villain, like literally being the villain. Like the way he catches Remington is, I'm going to go to each of these settlements and I'm going to blow them up one by one unless you come and like turn yourself in. And like that's how he catches Remington. Remington's like, you're betraying your uniform by doing this. And it's like, you betrayed your uniform first, you Starfleet traitor, coward man. And it was actually like such a great scene. Like, oh my god,
Nice.
it was such a.
So what would you say are the worst things he does?
Well, he definitely kills people, but like again, like it's like literally like for like it's like would you like
And what
in
type
the
of
context
people
of
is
a
he
war?
killing also?
It's like in the context of a war, like Cardassians are pretty terrible people across the board. Like a lot of people compare them to like white nationalists and like Nazis and stuff.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so like okay, he kills some of those.
Not bad,
I think
not bad.
I forget if he kills any Starfleet personnel or like any humans.
Mocha's
Like
mad at Chad.
he probably did. He probably like did, or at least some of the Maquis definitely did. So like, all right, that's definitely on his hands as their like leader. So like,
right,
yeah. But like, he's literally trying to defend people who lost their homes. So like, he's obviously he has a way better motive than anyone here by far.
I mean, if you think like what he has is considered one of the single best possible answers to a situation, I think it's fair to put him there.
Yeah.
All right, Tsukasa. All right, so Tsukasa's like, hey, yo, Senku, before we revive any adults, did you ever consider that adults are the worst? No, don't not put him up that high. What the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, hey, Senku, you know how adults are like, because his whole idea was like the old system sucked, and the people who will cling to it the most are the adults because they were raised in it. So they'll want to bring back things like hyper-materialism, hyper-individuality, things that Tsukasa points out will not allow them to evolve the kingdom of science. However, genociding every person over the age of 20 is unhinged, you fucking lunatic.
Yep, definitely.
It's literally that. It's like he makes good points that, yeah, as they bring more people back, it'll be harder and harder for them to keep a good society. But that doesn't mean you can just kill old people. Stop that, Tsukasa. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, not great. Not
cool
great.
manga though.
Yeah. Also, like if we count redeemed Tsukasa, then yeah, he's done nothing wrong. But we're not redeeming Tsukasa.
Yeah.
How
many people did he kill? Was it only like the one statue he did?
No, and they put them back together, so he killed no one.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, he would have been a murderer if they didn't do it.
He's kind of like Uta, where if his plan worked, he would have killed so many fucking people.
Yeah.
Would have killed so many fucking people. And unlike Garou, who his plan was never going to work because he's a fucking liar. All right. Ooh, Killmonger.
All right, we're getting to the two Marvel villains worth talking about.
Nice. So my favorite explanation of Killmonger that I saw is, so you have this guy, and he's like, hey, we should have universal health care. But he also likes punching grandmas in the face. So then the main character kills him and says, I'm going to do that first thing without doing that second thing.
Oh, yeah. That's a thing I hear like a lot of people criticize some villains for, is like, oh yeah, you gave them like a proper motivation, you gave them like a sense of morality, you gave them like you gave them all these things, but then also you just made them super violent, and so like then they take it so far.
That applies to Killmonger, because Killmonger's thing is the way he thinks he can achieve like equity for his people is through war and imperialism, which makes sense because he was raised by the CIA. He does not have good morals. He was raised by the fucking CIA. He's not a good person. Also, he killed a lot of people. And if his plan went into action, he would have killed so many people.
Like, should he go in cool motive, still murder? Or?
Oh, yeah, no, he's a murderer, don't worry. He killed people that didn't deserve to die. Or like he would have. So I think it's fair to put him there.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could also put like you can make a case for somewhat justified just because, all right, he's looking at a real problem, not like some of these people.
Although I think if you want to talk about like real problem, Uta, Tsukasa, and Killmonger all noticed real problems.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Shiro's just depressed and suicidal. He has his own shit going on.
Yeah, okay, like I guess Killmonger's like Uta tier, where like, all right, a lot of bad stuff's gonna happen, but at least
a lot of really good points. You're just also
punching
if your plan
grandmas in the
works, you're
face.
killing so many. Yeah, it's such a funny. I don't know where I saw it. It was just such a funny analogy. All right, Thanos. Why the hell do people think this?
All right, it's because that's how the movie presents it, and like if you want to engage with the movie on its own terms and like accept Thanos's like thesis as like fact, then all right, maybe you can put him in a somewhat justified, but like
He
I
killed what, trillions?
yes, trillion,
Mhm.
more than trillions. They're like it's literally like a galaxy and like half of infinite. Like he killed half of infinite.
No, because literally when people, because in his thought process is literally, on my home planet, we didn't have food. It's like, that's your thought process? You didn't have food, so kill everyone? You fucking social. There are 500 better answers than that. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's like okay.
Yeah,
You,
no, because
it's hard to take his solution as like that seriously because they introduced the all powerful like MacGuffins that are the
It's like, dude,
he can control reality. Like, what's stopping him from like creating more food for people or creating more planets for people to live on?
Also, just like if we ignore his grand plan, let's look at other things Thanos did. The way he trained his daughter.
Yep, that's not good.
That's very bad. Don't do
Like
that.
all like I think they were all called like the children of Thanos, like all of his underlings, and so it's like all right, they're all just like war.
Nebula and what's the other one's name? Starts with a G. What's the green one's name?
Gamora.
Gamora. Fuck. The way he raised Gamora and Nebula, really bad, not good.
Yeah,
literally every time this kid lost, he fucking ripped off part of her body. That's horrifying.
Yeah, that is just terrible.
Because I remember, I think he's talking. It's probably Doctor Strange, where he tells him his plan, and Doctor Strange is like, "That's just mass murder."
Yeah,
that's all that is.
And like, I know one thing people talk about is like, all right, he. Like, in order to get, like, the Mind Stone, like, he needed to kill someone he truly cared about. And, like, he did, in his own, like, twisted, evil, fucked up way, care about his daughter, Gamora. Yeah. But even then, that was not, that doesn't make him a good person. It just...
Because let's pretend that, like, hypothetically growing up, Gamora lost to Nebula sometimes. And, like, they had a more even track record. I don't think he'd give a shit about either of them.
Yeah, maybe not, because then it's because like Gamora was his favorite because like she was like one of the stronger ones, right?
Like he fucking thought Nebula was a worthless piece of shit.
Like I guess like you can bring up how like his solution like sort of like helped some planets kind of like, but it's like all right, some people get to live more comfortably because other people died. You killed them.
Even Endgame made that point where Endgame's like, hey, look, even though he killed half the whale population, they're doing better because humans aren't hunting them. It's like, yeah, that's cool and all, man. Did you ever consider all the things that are going to go wrong? And it's also kind of the thing where like it was done at random.
Yeah,
like it wasn't done systematically. It was done at random. So he definitely fucked some shit up really badly.
Oh yeah, like imagine like there's some planet where like there's some like weird pandemic breakout happening. It's like the one scientist who cracked the code, who found the vaccine. It's like all right, I did it. I cracked the code. I don't feel so good. No.
It's kind of thing. Yeah, he's not actually. He's kind of just he's making himself like a god without really considering all the little intricate details, which he could because he has the super infinity mega stone. Like, he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
And like I remember, like in like Endgame, like his new solution's like, all right, killing half the universe just made the other half depressed, and like they're just not doing good. So I'll just remake everything from the beginning. I'll just kill everyone and then remake it from the beginning. That's not good. That's not good.
I love his solution when killing half of everyone doesn't work is to just kill all of everyone.
Yeah, like I can see what they were really going for with like we put like the Lord Genome on this list, right? And
Lord Genome's here, and
Lord Genome is probably like the better interpretation of this type of character.
Genome is like probably my favorite example in fiction of a character who does mass murder and he even took it one step further. He intentionally became the ruler for centuries. We'll get to him.
Yeah. Like,
hey, who the hell is that?
It's our favorite high school boy, Light Yagami.
Your Light's only 5'6". I just thought that was funny to mention. Light's not very tall.
Yeah, like he always seems pretty tall compared to everyone else in the show.
Well, that's because he's in Japan.
Aw.
It's like
No-
playing Persona 5. Joker's 5'9". That makes him like the tallest man in Japan.
all right. What do you
people
think about Light?
is white. Okay, so here's the thing. Chapter 1 Light kills a guy who might kill some hostages. That's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, in fact, it
He's
might actually
saving-
be pretty sensible.
Yeah,
I could
he's
put him in a.
saving- yeah,
That's
yeah,
like
he's
can't blame him
saving
here. That's like
lives.
can't blame him here.
He's saving lives. If anything, that's a good thing. He's killing a guy who might kill some kids. Good job, Light.
In fact, if
and
anything,
then,
like he's just doing what the police and the authorities would have done
to do.
in a
Something
safer,
like-
more efficient way.
Yeah, and then he kills he kills the biker rapist. It's like, I mean, on one hand, murder is not the best solution there, but on the other hand, he's a twink high schooler whose only method of stopping him is murder. So
Yeah.
like, not great, but not the worst thing in the world. Light, you still prevented a rape. Good job.
Yeah.
And then, hey, Light, what are you doing 8 hours later? Oh, you've killed like 500 people. Oh my goodness.
Why did you kill 500 people, Light? Do you have a good?
You were just killing the names of like big mafia bosses and stuff. That's not terrible.
All right,
hey,
sure.
Light, what's that news report about all those death row inmates dying in brutal, torturous ways?
What?
Oh, that's you. Why are you doing that? Were they like the worst? Oh, you were just testing your notebook. That's it. You were just testing. They were your test subjects, and they were on death row.
Test
right?
subjects. Test subjects.
Oh wait, death row. So they may have been innocent.
Yeah, because that's the
Light?
thing. That's the thing. Japan has a pretty strong guilty until proven innocent thing. So like,
It has what, a 99% guilty rate? Light, what are you doing? And then it gets. He was also probably using death row inmates everywhere, knowing him. And then, hey, Light. Hey, look, Light. L's challenging you to a contest. What are you gonna do? Oh, you killed him. Oh, thank God that wasn't L, because you would have just killed an innocent man.
Yeah,
what the fuck? What's that, Light? You're also going to kill anyone who disagrees with you? That's not good.
Oh, man.
What's that? Once you become God, you're just going to kill all the lazy and useless people
oh,
too?
when that line came out, it's like he gave the notebook to someone else, and it's like they made that announcement. It's like, you fool! It's too early to be making statements like that. This was part of his plan. He had a whole plan for the world mapped out.
No, I love how the twist is, he was so much worse than we thought.
All right.
I remember the twist is like, you see him kill the rapist. You're like, oh, he's going to be like a morally gray vigilante. Good for him. That's a funny meme post.
Yeah, it's a very funny one. Light Yagami is a neoliberal, no sociological imagination, kills criminals en masse without ever considering that might be driving them towards criminality in the first place, believes that society's flaws are due to individual failings rather than systemic ones. Elites who commit acts of evil within the legal bounds of the system are spared, operates purely under the definition of criminality set by the state. He's not white. He's
actually Japanese, but whatever. In Japan, that makes you white. It's the same thing. You're the overwhelming majority in a pretty racist country.
Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Except, obviously, the more accurate definition is light is what happens when someone. Light is what happens when someone sees how the end goal of our current system is mass murder and is also a fucking sociopath. They get a god complex and just kill everyone because they're insane.
Yeah, like,
literally the whole point of Death Note is on episode literally 2 or chapter literally 2. It switches from I'm gonna try and kill bad people to I need to kill all of the good people trying to arrest me so I can go back to killing the people that I think are bad.
Yeah, because like the thing is, he's dealing in like total absolutes. In like every sense, like, and that's not good.
It's so annoying we have to explain why Light is a bad person.
Oh, how Maya!
The way he dies is crying like a bitch if you read the manga. Okay, how Maya. All right, how Maya is a doomer.
Yep.
She's literally just like, life is suffering. Therefore, if we kill all, no, shut the fuck up. One, she has killed people.
That is true.
She doesn't want people to go into a happy dreamland. She doesn't think they're capable of that. She just wants them all to die.
Oh my god! Do you remember like our good friend who I will not name, who
we'll get to that.
Yeah.
No, but I think another thing to mention is like they're not even like an eco-fascist who thinks, oh, if we kill humans, the animals will be good, because she's killing
the
everything.
animals are coming with us.
She's killing the whole planet. When I was reading Fire Force Weekly, I was in a certain forum with someone who was also a doomer, and they agreed with Haumea to the point where if there was a cliffhanger chapter where Shinra looked like he was losing, they would be like, what are you going to do now, hero? What's your solution now? Hero, what are you going to do? You're doomed. We win. And I was like, how do you think this is going to end? And he's like, if it's good, Haumea wins. If it's bad, they reach a compromise. And I was like, what if Shinra just succeeds in every way because he's right? They're like, no, Haumea's right. What are you talking about? Life is suffering. You can't be happy.
It's like, okay. It's like, all right, everyone's going to die one day. The world's going to end. So, like, nothing matters. Let's just all end it now. It's like, okay.
And another thing is
that's the least productive, least helpful, least good way to ever do anything. Is just all right. Let's just the end result. Everything will be dust. So let's just burn now.
Like, just to give an example of the people following Haumea, two of the best examples are Dragon, who is so strong and depressed he doesn't give a shit about anything and is just bored. He doesn't care what happens. And then two is the opposite version of Blast, who is like a purity freak from a church who thinks our society's degenerate and that the world deserves to burn because of it.
Yep,
the people who believe in her are unhinged, because if you think everyone should die, you're a fucking psychopath. Not good. And like, because literally Fire Force's message is, you're wrong. For one, we can improve the systems, not kill everyone, because that's what Shinra does.
And two, life is worth saving. It's about firefighters saving as many people as they can.
Shinra's literally in Fire Force, always talk about we protect lives and property, lives foremost. Because at the end, Shinra's thing is, Haumea, you also have things that you love, and you're trying to pretend you don't for your psychopathic dream. It's like, hey, look, it's what's his name? Sharon? His name said Karen, actually.
Yeah, the blindfold guy.
Karen, something like that, yeah. I say Sharon, but I think that's actually wrong. Him. She likes him. When she sees him again, that's when she makes the cute face. Because she's
the cute face here.
Yeah, she's like, fuck. You're right. I do have things I don't want to give up on. Doomerism is cringe. Fuck you. You can improve your own life, and we as a collective force can improve society. Stop being cringe.
Also, even though we're all gonna die one day, where it's all gonna be the Earth's gonna crumble to dust. All right, you don't have to do it yourself.
Yeah, you fucking
asshole.
You fucking dick. Everyone else wants to be happy. All right, Jaws. Hey,
Jaws from the hit movie
True
Jaws.
God tier. He's just a dog. Yeah, he's true Elder God tier. He's just a hungry shark.
I mean, I put him in can't blame him just because, like, you literally can't blame him. He's just a hungry shark.
Yeah, he's fine. He doesn't have good moral reasons. Yeah, he's just hungry.
Yeah, you didn't have to roll into his territory. You could have just not swam in the shark-infested waters.
Wasn't he made? I can't remember if this was in the first movie or if it was retcon. Wasn't he like made by humans?
I don't know. I haven't seen any Jaws movies. That's the first
one. That may have been in the retcon. Okay, in that case, that's probably a retcon. Yeah, the point is, regardless, Jaws is just hungry. He's just a hungry boy. We only have him here to address all of the villains who fit this criteria.
Yeah, like, I remember on the True Elder God, like the True Elder God tier meme. Like, there's like villains who are only obeying their nature and doing what they have to do to survive.
The difference is, you can't even say Jaws is giving into his nature. He's a fucking shark. He doesn't think that like that. Yeah, Jaws is just here to kind of embody all the characters where it's just like they're just an animal. They don't feel, they don't think the way we do. They're just hungry and don't want to die.
Yeah, like it's telling that something like that goes above all these people here. Like Yagami is worse than a shark.
Shit, like so much worse than sharks.
All right, Kyubey. This is an interesting one.
haven't seen
because
Madoka in a while.
yeah. Okay, so basically the whole thing is like, yes, I'm going to make little girls suffer horribly in a bunch of ways, but it's only like in the grand scheme of things, a small handful of little girls, and like it's gonna help the whole universe like across the board in so many ways. We won't run out of energy and power for all of our we won't run out of resources. It's like a necessary thing because the universe is finite and we need to find more power anyway. And there's an abundance in the emotions of young girls. So let's just torture this small handful of young girls, right?
It's funny.
What?
That's the motivation for the villains in Monsters Inc.
It is. I'll kidnap 1,000 children before I let this company die.
I guess when you describe the two actual thinkers in the can't blame them tier is they see a trolley problem and pick the arguably better side, when really they should be Chads like Senku, who says fuck trolley problems. I'll just stop the train.
Like, the thing is, like, because it's on, like, a galactic scale, I think that sort of lends Kyubey more credibility, because, like, alright, he's not the only one who's, like, doing this. It's like his whole race made it this mission, and they are, like, helping a whole universe of people, so it's like, alright, that seems pretty great, compared to, like, a few hundred human girls.
Hopefully we're not forgetting, because when's the last time you watched Madoka?
Probably, like, a couple years ago.
Okay, we both haven't seen it in a while. Hopefully, we're not forgetting like one unhinged insane factor.
Oh yeah, there could be that, because like I don't remember much from the Rebellion movie.
And one thing is, I know a lot of people always joke, if you think this thing did nothing wrong, you're insane. So if we are forgetting something, I'm sorry.
I remember in the Rebellion movie, like his race sort of like entraps Madoka and like what's her name, the time girl, and like because like they're a unique existence now, we have to like study and understand them so that they don't get out of hand again. Like maybe there's some weird fucked up shit with that, but honestly that doesn't sound much worse than what they've already been doing. So maybe that's not a great case either.
Hey yo, you should have Pain. I like Naruto villains.
Hey, Pain.
Hey, Pain.
Without love, Pain.
So Pain's whole thing is Pain's like, all right, theory. Pain sucks. Pain's the worst. However, it's the only way to bring the world to peace. So I'm going to make everyone feel pain, and I will be God. He's like, I will test this on the Rain Village, and then it works perfectly. He's like, all right. Go me. And then he fights Naruto, and he's like, Naruto, you suck ass. I'm Pain, bitch. And he kicks Naruto's ass. But then Naruto is like, hey, you dweeb, did you ever consider other options that don't involve mass murder? And he's like, do you have one? He's like, not yet. And he's like, well, no. And then eventually Naruto convinces him, just because we can't think of a better option right now doesn't mean we should resort to one that is so irreversibly terrible.
Yeah, like the thing is, he wants to stop war, and he understands like the only way to stop war is to let people understand how terrible war is. So let's try and just like minimize the war, and that's kind of like the best interpretation of what he's trying to do. Like we're gonna just minimize the amount of war, just give them just enough war that they understand they don't want to do that. But like it'll be inevitable. It's inevitable that there'll be war, so we can't stop it, but we can control it. So like,
and the other thing is like he fails at a lot of his goals. Like he says that he'll rise above pain, but he also talks about how he'll never forget Yahiko's pain. He'll never forget the pain of his death. Because that's his thing. Pain is at his core, no matter what he does, at least partially motivated by revenge. I guess I should point out that Pain is Nagato. His name is Nagato. Yeah. We're sorry. He's wrong. Like he's obviously a mass. Well, I guess technically, I don't know if any of the good people he killed stayed. Oh, he killed Jiraiya. Killed Jiraiya. That's bad.
Yep. I mean, he did sacrifice himself to bring back all the people he killed.
Konoha. Yeah.
Like obviously he's redeemed.
He got well, no, it's like Tsukasa. He got redeemed.
Yeah. So I guess you give him a few extra brownie points for that.
He's obviously not somewhat justified. He's very bad.
Yeah, I'm being a little too soft putting him in somewhat justified.
Oh yeah,
it's just that he understands a lot about the Naruto world specifically, and he came to this conclusion based on a lot of reasonable evidence, and he even tested out his theory in the Rain Village. It turned out pretty okay.
Pain is at least smart enough to do things like test his idea.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like that is enough to like maybe push him into somewhat justified, just because like he handles it so much.
Still fucking insane.
Yeah,
He's still a god awful person. He's still worse than a shark. Still a worse person than an actual shark.
yeah. I don't know. Like I think maybe
Because,
like he could just go with
still,
Killmonger.
yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, that's fair. Because like I think he's better than like Killmonger and Tsukasa and Uta. Because if his plan worked, he wouldn't commit mass genocide. He would just kill a ton of people in a war.
Yeah. And also like according to like his like theory, like it would be less than like the wars that are happening right now. Like the number would go down at the end of the day.
Right.
Which I guess
look,
counts for some.
Hey, look, is that basically just another?
Hey, it's Uta. It's Uta.
Hey, it's
Look,
Uta.
they even both got bangs covering one eye.
Good for them. Yeah. Yeah, Madara's big solution to the world sucking
Matrix.
is just
Matrix.
put everyone in a dream.
The Matrix.
And there's tons of flaws with that. Like, for one, if this was One Piece, the freedom aspect would be and a lot more involved. But the other is he's basically just giving up. Like, he's just throwing in the towel. He's just saying, I don't think we can communicate. I don't think we can actually reach equal bonds. So I'm just going to say fuck it and do this. But the problem is, as we see with Kaguya, that is obviously easily corruptible by people who have much worse, much scarier intentions than you.
Yeah. And I guess in a direct comparison to Uta, Uta was like gonna make like a community of people that could all like still talk to one another's souls, whereas Madara everyone's getting their own dream. You'll all be alone, but you won't know it. I guess.
Yeah. Like Uta, at least Uta let people keep their consciousness.
Yeah, and like let them know, hey, this is what's up, gang.
Yeah. And then obviously there's other things like Madara in his heart knew to a degree that giving up worldly things was not something that people wanted to do. As seen with him, he didn't want to give up chakra. That was literally his whole plan. He didn't want to give up fighting. He
loves to fight.
When he got to fight Mike Guy, he's like, this is the funnest shit of my life.
Yeah, that's like one thing I really love about his character is that like he's trying to stop all conflict, but like he even though he loves conflict and like the point of Naruto maybe even is that like conflict is sort of necessary to compromise and understand people.
Yeah, or like literally like when he hears that Hashirama's coming, he sits his ass down and says, I'm not finishing my plan until I get to fight Hashirama. I want to fight him. I want to fight him really bad. I want to.
Hashirama!
It's just even he knows, like even if he doesn't realize it, he's admitting that people want to be able to hold on to the world as it exists.
Yeah.
Also, another problem with this plan, the shinobi aren't the only part of the world. Like there's other countries, and they could find all of you in your infinite Tsukuyomi and be like, "What the fuck is this?"
What happens if I eat the fruit of this weird tree?
They're like, "What the hell am I looking at?" All right, Sasuke. Sasuke is smarter than Pain and Madara. That's literally the point. Literally the point. He reached the best because Sasuke. Because Sasuke's whole thing is, I'm going to kill all the Gokage because they suck and I don't trust them. And then I'm going to also, just like Naruto, try to create a world of peace. And the way I'm going to do that is by shouldering all of the world's hatred myself.
Yeah, like he'll become the person everyone hates the most, and like he'll be like, yeah, like it's sort of like he's doing the Itachi thing where it's like I'm gonna like sacrifice my reputation, kill all the people close to me, cut off all my bonds, but
the problem
it'll benefit other people, but not me.
The problem is just like Madara's Rinnegan, not his Rinnegan, just like Madara's Genjutsu, and just like Itachi with Sasuke, he's controlling them.
Yeah, he's lying to people, controlling people.
Yeah, the point is he's controlling how they feel. He's controlling their ability to do things. And also, he just wants to kill a lot of people.
Oh yeah, like literally, like I'm killing all the tailed beasts and the Gokage, which is already like a handful.
I'm going to kill all the Gokage and then enslave all the tailed beasts.
Yeah.
Which is not better. Yeah, where his solution is basically, I'm going to create a society founded on hatred, control, and murder. And then Naruto's like, maybe don't.
Yeah, like maybe he should go in cool motive, still murder. Still, it's just that, like, yeah, he
would still kill people, but he's the most justified out of all the Naruto characters because that's the point.
Yeah,
as they come on, they have at least somewhat more understandable motives. Like Madara wasn't going to kill anyone except for people in the war, whereas Pain was going to kill a lot of fucking people. Sasuke was only going to kill very, very few people.
Yeah.
This thing, they each killed progressively less people.
Yeah, I guess like in that sense, you can maybe argue he's better than like Sengoku and Charles, maybe because like he at the very least these people are like subservient to like terrible systems, where Sasuke's like he sees a terrible system, like he knows the leaf like destroyed my clan.
A victim of systemic racism.
Yeah, and he's like, all right, I'm going to change this system for the better, where these two are sort of just like complicit in it and just trying to do their best within it.
Obviously, if we wanted to, we could break up cool motive, still murder between people who are like murderous and people who would like do it for like the sake of the greater good. Because like there's a difference. Like, you know, like Meruem, Tsukasa, Katakuri are openly murderous, whereas people like Uta, Killmonger, Pain are like, you could just put it for the greater good. And then that's where we could put like, you know, like people like Pain, Killmonger, Uta, Madara, etc.
All right, cooler motive. Cooler.
Good. Yeah. And hey, that means Archer could be worse than Uta, which is funny as hell. We got,
I guess we could put
Madara,
like, maybe
Pain.
No,
not Katakuri. Katakuri is still a
maybe
Meruem
or like Killmonger, because like we put Killmonger.
Killmonger's fair. I would not put Meruem.
Yeah.
Because Meruem Meruem and Tsukasa still had like the hateful genocide vibes. So did Killmonger, so I guess you could put him a little lower than the other two, but still up there. Because his end goal was still helping people more than Tsukasa. Where Tsukasa's solution was just, the science guys will help everyone.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill all the adults. Oh, yeah, also he tried to kill Senku in, like, Chapter 5. Forgot about that. Forgot he did that.
Yeah. All right. I forget this guy's name, but he's from this Netflix show called You. I actually... this guy's on the list because my sister wanted him. Like I asked a lot of people, and I asked her, "Hey, who's a villain who did nothing wrong?" And she gave me two answers: the villain from Ratatouille and this guy. And you want to know,
Ratatouille did things wrong.
Yeah. Okay. And I actually saw the first season of You. Guess what this guy's deal is? Just guess.
Is he a serial killer?
Not quite.
Oh, damn it. I don't know. What's his thing? What's he do? What's he up to?
He's a yandere. He's a stalker, and the thing is, when he gets through with one woman, he just like literally he stalks this one woman, like, and manipulates her life to try and force them together. And as soon as end of season 1, he gets that, they get together, and then immediately the cliffhanger for season 2 is, oh, who's that girl over there? She's more attractive. And it's literally just him trying to get this other girl off him now to try and get this.
I'm genuinely curious why your sister thinks he did nothing wrong.
She did it was a joke. It was
it's just a funny joke to her because he's so fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Is that a cool motive, Puff? Is that really a cool motive?
No, it's not a cool motive.
He's better than Sakazuki because it's not murder to nearly the same degree. Okay, he's better than everyone else here because he doesn't kill people in
He's
the
a lot more
digits.
harmless. He's a lot more harmless.
He doesn't kill people in the triple digits. Oh, hey, so we're gonna do the better adaptations of Magneto, to be fair to him. Just to be nice to him.
And
because Magneto at his best is just like a revolutionary who's like, the only way we're going to get equality is by killing all these fucking racists and having an uprising because they're not going to give us the rights how we want them.
Yeah, I'd put comic books have so many fucking interpretations and incarnations I'm sure he can range anywhere here, but if we were just sticking
at his worst, he's definitely probably literally as bad as Thanos. But at his best, no, he's completely understandable. He's literally just the guy who's like, if I have to choose between enduring a lot of suffering for the sake of a better world or enduring a violent protest and war for the sake of a better world, I pick the protest. And it's like, that's fair. That's understandable. I get where you're coming from, my guy. So yeah, we're being very kind to Magneto because comics.
Yeah.
Literally the best possible interpretation we can.
Like what would you say about like the live action movies like Days of Future Past, stuff like that?
I haven't seen those in a while. I'd say in those he'd probably be lower than this.
Yeah, but I feel like even then,
he
like he'd still end up in like maybe somewhat justified or
he'd
cooler
still be
motive.
somewhat justified because they at least that's the thing. The live action X-Men movies, even when they suck ass, at least care about the series enough to not completely bastardize Magneto.
Like the fact that like the fighting for equality is like baked into his character, or like maybe not even equality, but like fighting for a group of people who have less is baked into the character. Like he's gonna just land higher up on the system.
Best versions of Magneto is when he's like versions where he's like, hey, not only are mutants prejudiced against us, so are gay people, so are black people, so are trans people, so are poor people. Like he notices all that. He's like, I hate all of that. Because no, Magneto at his best is pretty fucking cool.
And maybe like if it's like best Trill to God tier then.
No, because I think he still like will probably do and like some questionable shigs. He's a fucking.
All right, yeah,
of course he is.
Right.
All right, next.
Wolverine, I kidnapped your girlfriend. Will you save her or this bus filled with children? Human children, Meg.
It's Griffith. Literally the definition. Hey, literally the guy who popularized the category he's going in. Griffith did all of the things wrong.
Yeah.
Not a single thing right.
Ridiculous, dude. Like I know lots of people put him in for the meme, but I've seen arguments for him like being not such a bad guy, not such a bad.
Awesome, because literally the whole point is Griffith is like as we meet Griffith, where you go from like, oh, he's this really cool stand-up guy to oh, he's still human, he makes mistakes to oh, he does some fucked up shit to oh, he's kind of like. He's not considering Guts' feelings at all. To oh, he views Guts as a slave. To oh no, Griffith, what are you doing? What the hell was that, Griffith? No, stop!
Like the thing is, the Eclipse is just so irredeemably evil.
Yeah, and that was literally like.
But here's the case. Here's the case. Here's the two cases people make for Griffith. Is like
Neither one's gonna be good.
All right. Okay. So here's the first one, and it's all the soldiers Griffith killed pledged their lives to him, so he's just cashing in the check. Mm-hmm. And like the idea is like the metaphor like of Griffith having to pile bodies to reach his castle. Like and like I guess like you're saying in Griffith's head, this was like the least murderous way to get there. Like this is the one that would cost the least amount of lives. Maybe
the thing he wants isn't even that good.
And then the second case is if Griffith didn't like become
whatever the hell he is.
Foul.
I don't remember.
I'm forgetting his name. I'm
not smart. I don't know it. I'm not smart.
I'm gonna look. Okay, Griffith.
You got this. I don't know his name. Griffith did nothing wrong.
Griffith Godhand.
Is that what's
Femto? Femto, that's his name. I didn't even have to look it up. It's Femto. Right. Like if he didn't become Femto and gain all these powers, then Fantasia would eventually or the Kushan Empire would eventually destroy the, Western, the country or whatever. But the thing is, A, he's the one who caused Fantasia, and B. Is his rule going to be better than the Kushan Empire? Maybe?
I would say probably not. And then the other thing about mainly the big soldier thing is as we see through Guts, a lot of the soldiers want agency. It's just because of their respect and slight fear of Griffith, they can't express it.
Yeah, and even if we all right, Griffith's rule.
Griffith goes murder mode. The most loyal members of the Band of the Hawk are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then he kills them.
Yeah, none of them wanted that. And also, if we take it as an absolute certainty that Griffith's rule will be better than the Kushan Empire, and that there'll be no funny business, there'll be no weird thing he's gonna start sacrificing people for demon powers or whatever. Even if things are chill from here on out, Griffith killed everyone there, not because he thought, I need to protect the world from the Kushan Empire and I need power to do that. No, I just want to be in charge. I want all the power for myself. I want to have my castle, have my country. That's his only motivation.
Griffith is so unhinged that, in the Golden Age, he viewed his closest best friend as basically a slave.
Yeah, like he's like, if you can't, if you're just like working for me, then you're just a tool in my eyes. I will view you as that.
No,
And
Griffith.
even though he's sort of being disingenuous and like he cared for guts more than he like thought he would or
Wanted
more
to
than he let
admit.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
even if that's the case, he's still like, yeah, he's a tool. I'll have him kill a child.
Yeah, no, like his ideal would be Guts is happy with the things I tell him to do.
Yeah.
Like he's like, if Guts wasn't depressed, that put me in a good mood. I like when my bro's happy. I mean, if he's not, I'm still gonna tell him to, but I prefer if he was happy.
Also, hey guys, is there an excuse for what Griffith did to Costco? Like any at all? Is there any like mental gymnastics you want to do? Like, oh, hey, he's gotta make the moon. He's gotta make the child. He's gotta make a child so the child can do a super special thing, and the super special thing will like help the world. It's like a trolley problem. If he doesn't rape this girl and make this baby, then down the road it's gonna cause a lot of trouble.
One thing that I actually really like about that, it is like a really good embodiment of how rape is done solely for power. Because Griffith, as we've seen throughout the series, Griffith fucks. Everyone wants to fuck Griffith. But once he gains his full power, he doesn't want anything consensual. He just wants to be a fucking nut job.
Yeah.
He just wants to display his power.
Like obviously like it's an awesome scene because like earlier like when his body was screwed up and like stuff like that, like before like he could have had Casca at any time, but now like when he tries to do it just to see if he can, and Casca's like, I don't want to. We can't do this. I don't want to. Yeah. And it's like, all right, now he's literally just doing it for the satisfaction of having something that like denied him before.
Yeah, it's literally the perfect example of how it's done for power.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like he might be just slightly better than Haumea.
No, here's the thing. I think Haumea is better than Griffith in Light for literally one reason.
What's that?
Haumea, from the age of like literally 2, heard the suffering of everyone around her. that fucks you up.
Yeah, I guess that's. I guess maybe like Griffith is better than Thanos.
Oh,
like I guess fair. Thanos should be the bottom of the barrel.
No, he's so bad. Yeah. Whereas like Light was like the whole the point with Light is he lived a good life.
Like I feel like maybe like he's with like Sakazuki where they have a real like genuine sense of justice, but like it's also like just an absolute. It's like this far.
One reason I think you can put Light above Sakazuki is because it's One Piece. Sakazuki probably has like a deep put Sakazuki above Light. I mean, it's because Sakazuki, let's be honest here, probably has like a deep-seated reason that he hates pirates. Whereas Light is like an upper middle class successful high schooler. Shut the fuck up, Light. You're fine. Yeah. Now the only reason I would put Haumea above Griffith is because like at least like she was drove to insanity because she was always hearing the voices of everyone, and she on at least some degree thought this was how she could quell their screaming.
Yeah, I guess like if we're taking like intent into account,
murder instead of dreams.
Because like the thing is, I don't want to just take their end result kill count. I want to take like their motives into account too. Because like sometimes people are just like. They have a great motive, but like or like an okayish motive, like maybe Big Mom has an okayish motive, but she's just very bad at executing it in so many ways.
Another reason not to do kill count is you could actually have a very low kill count, but the things you would do could result in a much higher one, like Katakuri. Katakuri only killed 3 people, but in a different situation, he would have killed so many more.
Yeah, or like even Griffith. If to become Fento, Griffith had to say like I don't know, rape 10 million people the same way he did Casca, he would do it. No hesitation. Do it. No hesitation at all.
Yeah, no. Griffith would do basically anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Senator Armstrong. Okay.
He's gonna use about Metal Gear.
He's gonna use war as a business to end war as a business.
Oh wow!
I'd say he's like honestly just like Pain tier because like it's sort of a similar idea. We're like, all right, the world is screwed up. We keep going to war, but I'm just going to use the war machine to try and like get elected, so then I could use my power to destroy the war machine. And like obviously, like
it's really just like the ultimate definition of any ends justify good means.
Yeah, and he even says like I'm making the mother of all omelets, Jack.
No, I guess one way you could put it is the people in purple tier, their ends would justify fairly good means. Not we're like no, like their idea of what the end would be fairly good.
I
But
won't
like
even say fairly good, but just like there's a semblance of good to it.
yeah. Whereas like in Green, even if everything goes exactly the way they wanted, everything would still suck ass.
Yeah.
And if anything, their actions would make everything so much worse. Just so much worse.
Yeah, like some people here like Uta are just like, all right, the world's in such a bad place. Maybe this other bad thing would be maybe better, or like that's painting things too. Like the world's in such a bad place. The
You
world's
could
in
make
such
the
a bad place.
argument that,
The world's in such a bad place. The world's like they're being like sort of boxed into
yeah.
like maybe these solutions.
Yeah, no, like with Uta and Madara, their solutions would be better than the world as it exists now. It's just that you can fix the world as it exists now. You don't need to reject it.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, look, that's someone who
Oh man.
actually just didn't do anything. Okay, En was just being controlled by Getsus. That's just his thing.
All right, but like the whole thing about like wanting to free all Pokemon and like
Yeah,
the whole like the Team Plasma being
yeah, no.
PETA.
Yeah, no. En got radicalized by Getsus, obviously, because En went from Pokemon are my friends to some people are really bad to their Pokemon to no one should be able to have them. And then obviously his big thing through the series is as he learns through the main character, there are plenty of Pokemon that love people and want to be with them, and plenty of people who feel the same way, and that it's not fair to universally apply a standard just because evil people exist. And then Getsus is like, it's me. My name's Getsus.
I'm the evil one. You're Getsus. You're the one who shouldn't have Pokemon. Main character boy or girl, please get him.
Yeah. En's whole thing is just like similar to Magneto, I guess, where he understands a hurt class.
Yeah. One thing I love about En is just like no matter like whenever you fight him, he's just using Pokemon you would find like in the wild around the area. Because like he's literally just picking them up and being like, these are my friends here. Do you want to help? Give me a hand.
The way and the manga makes this even more clear because like I'm gonna say the manga is fine to reference here because it's kind of just explaining what En does. En is either talking to or just catching the Pokemon nearby, saying, hey, help me out for a sec, and then he leaves them. Because the only Pokemon that we know were his for a long time were his Zoroark, his Darmanitan, and his... where's that picture of Kid En? He had 3 Pokemon growing up with him. A Zoroark, a Darmanitan, and a Woobat. Those are the only Pokemon En had growing up. Or like even when you fight En in Black 2, White 2... because he fights you because he understands that Pokemon like battling. He has seasonal modes, and he just uses Pokemon that are thriving in that season. So the implication is just he's finding Pokemon who want to fight during that season and just battling you with them.
Damn, En's kind of sexy.
Hmm?
En's kind of sexy.
Oh, En's a lad. Don't say that.
I think all the gamer girls are gonna think he's pretty. Have you seen that? Have you seen that clip?
I think I have. Yeah, I think I know what you're referencing. Or like in the final battle against En, he uses Reshiram, who wanted to side with him. He uses Caracosta and Archeops, which in Gen 5 can't be found in the wild, meaning he went out of his way to revive them and bring them life. Zoroark, who's been his best friend for a long time, and Vanillix and Klinklang. And what you could point out there is their kind of object Pokemon, which you could kind of see as like En kind of embracing his contradiction.
Yeah, like he's using Pokemon because of the way Getchus is manipulating him with this whole plan. Is like, all right, he's starting to use Pokemon as tools, so he's using these 2 Pokemon that are like kind of technically objects, and like
literally objects, but they look like objects. They give that feel.
Yeah.
It's not like people like making the joke that En is the we should improve society somewhat meme, and he would be if the main character was a bad person, but the main character isn't a bad person. Because the main character at the end doesn't even the game or the main character don't outright say En is fully wrong. They just say En isn't right about everyone.
Yeah.
They're like, En is right about some people. Believe me. Or like he literally beats Alder because he at least has enough of a point to defeat the older generation. Because the older generation, because like Alder's whole thing is he was depressed because his Pokemon died.
Yeah.
And he didn't have enough passion in Pokemon or battling to show En how wrong he was. Only you do. Good job, protagonist. Proud of you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Shigaraki. Shigaraki's
Kind of
so bad.
unhinged.
Okay, so if you caught up with the manga, don't worry. Shigaraki hasn't done anything in like the chapter 2 you haven't read. It's just been Spinner and that shit. Nah, I'm not gonna talk about it. Shigaraki's kind of like Garou, where he's like, you know what? The villains are bad. I can see that. However,
Society is to blame.
his solution is he's just the Joker. His solution is just fuck society. I'm gonna kill everyone left until it's just anarchy, and then we can do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, it's just that's a bad thing. Like I get that like the whole thing about MHA is that like society lets some people slip through the cracks and like that's a bad thing and like
And then we
he's
need to
just like
let
the
that not
end
happen.
that's just like the end goal like all right society does nothing for this group of people so just let's all just band together and topple it down, tear it down.
But the difference between him and someone like Tsukasa or Meruem is the world he's trying to create isn't one that would be better for people in some sense. He's just creating one where the things that piss him off are dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, no, like when he succeeds, no one's gonna be happier besides like murder. No one who's a good person's gonna be happy with what Shigaraki does. Or like, or like as we know, because Deku pointed out, Shigaraki to some degree feels he's being controlled by All For One and wants an out, at least a tiny part of him does. Because, Deku had that thing where he's like, I can tell Shigaraki wants to be saved.
Yeah. Oh my god, so many people hate that page and they will like
cringe.
No, it's like literally because like is Shigaraki redeemable at this point? I don't think so.
No, redeemable and him wanting to be saved are not the same thing.
Yeah, it's not like it could just be like, all right, I'm gonna give up on my goals and I'll just like I don't know, chill out in prison or whatever.
No, the way Shigaraki is right now, once they stop him, he's probably gonna die in like a year from all the shit he's done to his body. Yeah. Yeah, Shigaraki's whole thing is just like, kind of just like the perfect example of society failing. The MHA society failing.
Oh,
hey, it's like if Garou did kill people, and also, Stain is if Garou did kill people.
Yeah, that's basically it. Like, yes, the heroes contradict themselves. They like, well, why do you, if it's about saving people, why do you care about all the money and monetization you make?
It's literally the exact same. Where he points out that heroes do bad things. He still fights villains all the time because he knows they're wrong too. His problem is just. Unlike Garou, he does brutally murder and cripple several heroes.
Yep.
I think by the time they stopped him, he had killed, I think, like 10 or 11 maybe. And, he crippled others, like Ida's brother.
Like, I also think, like, maybe... Like, I'm not sure whether to put him above or below Katakuri.
He's I think...
Because it's weird. It's just that... It's weird because, like, both their kill counts are kind of low. But the thing is... It's like Stain's goal to brutalize people.
I put Stain worse than Katakuri because Stain would kill more people.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, that Katakuri has like a much more petty reason for killing people.
Oh yeah, Katakuri is a petty bitch. And of course, another thing with Stain's ideology that's pointed out as a flaw is what he does doesn't improve society. It just makes more people that he hates. Like Ida was a model hero until Stain attacked his brother. Then he became the type of hero Stain hated.
Yeah.
Or like, it's just shit like that. Or like, Stain created the League of Villains was partially made because of Stain.
Yeah. Oh, and also like one thing I kind of like love about Stain's character in retrospect is just like the way he like sort of puts heroes up or like real heroes up on a pedestal. Like yes, the All Might. Like you literally can't be human. You can't like make mistakes. You have to like be perfect or else you can't be the symbol. Like you have to be like the symbol of peace and like that's sort of like what Deku tries to live up to. But it's like no, it's okay. You don't have to be like the perfect all-encompassing island that is the symbol of peace.
He basically tries to be the next All Might that Stain wants. But then, of course, the big thing is the line, we all become the greatest hero, because that's the thing. We can't let anyone slip through the cracks, be it civilians or heroes. Everyone needs to be able to support everyone.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the Punisher.
Hey, it's like if Light only, like, really only went after, like, terrible...
Oh, it's if Light did the thing that he said he would do.
Yeah.
Okay, but use, like, a positive interpretation of the Punisher, too. First of all, problem with the Punisher. A bunch of maniacs adopt his logo, not knowing what it means. Because the thing about the Punisher is he's wrong.
Yeah, the thing
He's
is,
so
like,
wrong.
it's literally been adopted to, like, to say that yes, police brutality is okay.
Is okay at times. When literally, like, every good Punisher story involves him getting more and more, like, depressed and unhinged and feeling more and more empty and hollow as it goes on. And just getting more and more enemies because that's all he's doing.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. A lot of media in general, like, just say revenge is cringe, don't do it. And, like, the Punisher, like, a lot of his stories is about that. Like, yeah, maybe revenge isn't the most productive thing to do, or even, like, the healthiest thing to
what
do.
he does goes beyond revenge. He gets revenge in most stories in, like, the first 2 to 3 chapters. And then after that, he's like, all right, I killed the people who killed my family. Now I'm going to kill all of the criminals. And, like, I'm sure in some variations he gets so unhinged he probably, like, shoots a pickpocket.
Or maybe even, like, maybe he even gets to the point where he's like Aokoya from Kengan, and it's just like, the seed of evil! The seed of evil! What was that? Your brother... your brother's neighbor's girlfriend's dog's best friend's
Oh, it's fire.
grandpa!
Oh, yeah, no, it's so funny. Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to assume that there's, like, an interpretation of him that stays fairly within just the very thin line of I only kill bad criminals.
Yeah, and maybe even, like, there might be even a version of him that, like, sort of, like, redeems himself and, like, is like, I'm going to be... Yeah.
Oh, there's definitely at least one redeemed Punisher. No way in hell have they not done that.
Yeah. Like, so maybe Punisher might even, like, go, like, further up this tier list. Maybe, like, even a true hero.
Just the Punishers I know well enough to talk about go there.
Yeah.
Maybe a little lower, because, like, he does kill so many people. Like, yeah, he kills a lot of fucking people. Don't do that.
Alright, Lord Genome.
Lord Genome, like we were talking about earlier, is if Thanos was better. Yeah, because Lord Genome's whole thing is he's a revolutionary. He's like, humanity's gonna, he's Simone and Kamina at the beginning. He's like, humanity's gonna pop off. We're the best. We're gonna do everything. We're the best. We're so cool. Go us. And then he meets the anti-spiral, and he's like, oh.
Yeah, once they show him, like, the vision of the spiral nemesis, he's like, wait a second. What I've been doing is wrong. I have to stop it. And, like, he just goes crazy and starts, like, just killing his own crew.
He doesn't. He doesn't think that humanity's evolution is worth it. He thinks they will crash and burn and get murdered by the anti-spiral. He doesn't believe in them.
Yeah.
And
like,
that's the thing is, like...
that's the real thing that separates him from Thanos, is that, like, Thanos has all the power in the universe, like, literally, whereas Lord Genome is just like, alright, according to these anti-spirals, the laws of the universe make evolution dangerous. Like, the laws of the universe itself make evolution...
Lord Genome technically, just like Thanos, did have infinite power, but he was gaslit into thinking he didn't.
Yeah. Like even then, like, the whole idea of having infinite power is, like, a danger in and of itself in the Gurren Lagann universe.
Yeah, but the point was, they convinced him that he didn't have it, or if he did, it would backfire on him.
Yeah.
Whereas we see, no, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. You could have been fine, my guy.
Yeah, but, like, the thing is, like, this possibility is still there. It's just, like, it's important to just, like, remember that and, like, be wary about that.
And that's why his final moment he realizes through Simone that, oh, wait. Because instead of, like, last time, remember that really cool animation where he killed his whole fucking crew?
Yeah, it was one of the parallel works.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, instead of killing his whole crew, he saves the whole crew and turns himself into that infinite energy. He fully embraces it. That's why Lord Genome is cool and why Gurren Lagann fucking sucks.
Oh yeah, dude, when it's he dies and then it's like he turns his body into pure spiral and he's like, Simone, take me, and it turns into a giant drill.
It's fire.
Oh, it's so good.
It's Scar.
Hey.
Scar is kind of like if Magneto didn't have the systemic change aspect and was just really mad.
Yeah, maybe like cool, like
yeah.
The thing is about Scar, cool motive still murders that, like, he might have cooler motive because but
the problem is, like, because Scar understands his role in the cycle of hatred, even when he's being terrible. Because because in his mind, it's like people deserve to kill those who have wronged them. So whenever he meets a guy who fought in Ishval, he's like, I have the right to kill you. But when he meets Winry, who he killed her parents unjustifiably, he's like, you have the right to kill me. That's fair. I will let you do it.
Yeah, it's kind of admirable, but like at the same time, it's like he's feeding into the whole revenge.
He's still wrong because the whole cycle of hatred is wrong to begin with.
Yeah, like even him, like he's egging on Winry to try and kill him, and Ed's just like, no, Winry, please don't become a murderer, don't do that, don't soil your soul like that.
Yeah, no, because instead Scar does accept that his revenge is a failure. He's not doing anything except making people more mad, more angry, more depressed. So he gets redeemed. He is able to work with what's his name? I don't fucking know. You know who I'm talking about. The other Ishval. He's able to work with the other Ishvalan.
Yeah, the blind one.
Now that they overthrew the terrible, terrible, terrible people, and they got a decent guy in charge. And Scar's still does bad things. One thing that Ed and Al would point out is they never got to try and heal whatever her name is. Dog girl. What's Dog girl's name? They never even got the chance to try and save her because he killed her.
Yeah, and it's like mercy kill.
Yeah, it's like mercy kill. Fair, because that was a horrifying existence.
I would not want to live like that. Yeah, I wouldn't.
The point was Ed and Al believed they could fix her. And could they? I don't know. Fucking maybe.
Maybe
That's what Al gives up his alchemy to save her. That's probably what they do, honestly. Yeah, I imagine even a hypothetical where Scar didn't kill her, Ed would give up his alchemy to save Al, and then Al would give up his alchemy to save the dog and the girl.
Yeah.
That's probably what would happen. Hey, it's Sid, someone who actually did nothing wrong.
Hey, can't blame him. He's like Jaws tier, like really.
You actually can't blame him because Sid didn't know they were alive.
Yeah, how is he supposed to know? How is he supposed to know?
Like, I've blown up toys during the 4th of July. It's fun.
Yeah, I've done things just as bad as Sid. I would disassemble parts of my toys and try and rearrange them to see if I can stick this guy's part onto this guy in somehow, some way.
Yeah, Sid didn't know. It's not his fault.
If he knew they were alive, then I don't think he would have done it. He would have been like, "Holy, I'm done with toys. I'm done with."
Because Sid is kind of just like he's like a dick to his sister, but he's not a literal murderer. He's 9.
All right, worst interpretation of Sid's character is maybe he's a bully at school. That's as bad as you could possibly make it out to be. And we even know if that's true. He could just be a standoffish.
All we know is that Sid grew up to be a fucking garbage collector. Good for Sid. He unionized. Good for Sid. Good for Sid. Yeah, no, that's all that. Yeah, Sid's just funny. It's kind of just like the fucking fucking CinemaSins shit, where it's just if you think about it, they kind of just traumatized this poor child.
Are you in a rocking chair?
Oh no! What's he doing here?
Eren Jaeger, the savior of the world. All right, wait, hold on. Eren, you became a mass murderer for our... Eren, thank you for becoming a mass murderer.
It's so bad. So bad.
You became a mass murderer for our sake. I swear I won't let this terrible mistake you're making be in vain.
Mm-hmm. Wait, is that a remake with Einstein and Hitler? Is that what that is? You see that Einstein-Hitler thing?
Thank you for taking...
That's funny. That's funny.
Billy Bat's such a good manga. This is not the actual dialogue. Please read it. It's a good manga.
No, it's not. No, I know Billy Bat fucking slaps.
Yeah, I'm talking to the audience.
Wait, that's from Billy Bat? I thought that might be from the other series. I think because remember, didn't he have a who? I'm thinking of a Tezuka manga, right?
Yeah, you mean the Adam?
The 3 Adolf or whatever. I can't remember if it was the 3 Adolf or the 3 Hitler. It was about 3 people who all had the same name and it followed their different lives, and one of them was the Hitler.
I remember this is from Billy Bat because I remember Einstein's like an actual character. Like Billy Bat's the one who
Nice.
showed him like the secrets of the universe and the laws of physics and
Nice,
stuff like
nice.
that.
No. Aaron's a genocidal maniac. Fuck him.
Like the thing is, I feel like there's like two different versions of Aaron's character to argue about. Like the one where like you just take his plan at face value, and two, the one who was like seeing the future or like trapped against destiny or something like that.
Shit.
Like it's like all right, either he's a genocider for the sake of his country at the very least, but like still, or he's like, all right, I'm going to do a big brain plan, or like it's like I guess you can maybe interpret him as like Ozymandias, where like I'm going to do a bad thing, but it'll cause like short term peace.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. And I guess one quick thing that I want to clarify about different characters is the difference between like Garou versus Scar and Stain is because Stain and Scar kill people, they don't allow room for redemption. Because, like, sure, Scar wants to kill everyone who's involved in Ishval. That would mean killing Armstrong and Mustang and Riza, who went on to fix the fucking country. Or, yeah, Stain would have killed Ida, who was essential to saving Deku. Just had to point that out real quick. That's why they're a lot worse than Garou.
Yep. Okay,
Yeah,
but like, if Eren is going in cool, is he did nothing wrong or cool motive? Because like at the very least, it's like I wanted to save my friends. I want to save my country. Like at the very least, he has that much going for him.
I remember I've not read all of Attack on Titan, so you can make the final call.
All right. All right. So the whole like becoming a mass murder for R6 was like, all right, you killed like 20% of the population, but like you'll stop a war in the short term, which like isn't that just as bad? 20%? That's a pretty big number, Eren. A really big number. But like, all right, he wanted to protect his friends at the very least. That's an admirable goal. I
guess.
Like at the very least, he's like, if things going his way is my people will be safe and not I want to kill the women and children too.
Yeah, I guess you could put him with Lord Genome in that sense.
Yeah, like
Lord Genome forced all humans.
But there's also like dicey stuff as well, where like Eren like made segregation within his own ranks. Where like, all right, some people are getting like a white armband if they're like a true believer in my cause, and other people get like a red armband if you're here because like we're like holding you hostage with like my brother's power or something.
Oh god, Eren has a lot of fucking baggage.
Yeah, that's like that's pretty dicey territory to be in.
Eren, what are you doing? Not a good person.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's this next guy?
That's Remington again.
Ignore. Oh, you put him twice. Nice. Hey, Mifune.
Mifune, true elder god tier because he just wants to protect children.
Okay, no. So Mifune's thing is in Soul Eater. The ruling power, God himself, is racist. He just is. That's just the thing he is. He's racist. He wants to kill witches, which not all witches are bad. That's just a fact. And Mifune realizes that because Mifune's whole thing is he wants to protect and support kids.
Yeah.
And he meets the kid who needs the most protection and support, a witch kid.
Yeah.
And
a little witch girl.
He just wants to protect her. So he ends up doing because Mifune's thing is he would love to teach a Didyu-dame. He literally admits that. Like Tsubaki's like become a teacher and he thinks about it. He's like, that would go so fucking hard. I would love that. Anyway, I can't. But then we see the thing is like even like the worst thing Mifune does is side with Arachne. But what's the final thing Mifune does? Die to let the die fighting Black Star to help him advance.
Yeah.
He very quickly gives he talks about this or like Mosquito regularly has to threaten Angela because he doesn't trust Mifune to do his job because he knows Mifune doesn't want to uphold their system. He just wants to protect Angela.
Yeah, it's like, I remember like when Black Star like first fights him like the first time. As soon as he sees that witch is a kid, he's just like he can't do it. He just walks away.
Black Star at chapter 1 is more moral than the current death.
Yeah.
Who was like, hey, go kill Mifune and this kid. Or like the worst people Mifune kills are like the mafioso who are coming to kill Angela. Yeah. And they were also on death's list for not protecting a witch, but for being evil.
Yeah.
If Mifune didn't kill him, Makima probably would have. Let's be honest.
Makima would have killed him. Yes.
Yeah, no. Genuinely, if Mifune didn't kill Al Capone, Makima probably would have. Because Makima killed a lot of Makima killed I think 199 people.
Nice.
Minimum. Makima killed so many people.
Good for her.
Yeah, great for her. Yeah, Mifune, cool guy,
Yeah,
great for
really
him,
cool.
great for him. Was literally just like, society sucks, so I'm gonna do what I can to protect the people suffering under it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he understood he didn't have the power or influence to change it himself. He understood that.
Like he just found like an individual solution, which like, all right, I can protect this one girl, and that's just gonna be my life's mission.
Yeah, but then he does end up helping society because he dies fighting Black Star, who helps Kid bring in a new age where Angela can live. Or even the fact that part of the reason Angela gets to stay at DWMA is because Tsubaki and Black Star promised to look after and support her. And she gets a better life because living at DWMA is a lot fucking better than living at Arachne headquarters.
Yeah.
So much better. Like she even gets like Kim as like a witch figure to teach her. Yeah. All right, Vaccine Man. Vaccine Man's just here to represent every character whose morals are kill all humans to save the planet.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, this is like a completely different moral scale where it's like, we're not talking about human lives, we're just talking about like nature itself and what's most important for like, or healthiest for that.
Uh-huh.
Which
and it's like, hey, do humans suck ass and ruin lives a lot? Yeah. Are they ruining nature right now in our current world? Yeah, we're doing that. But if you think the solution is just kill everyone, you're
making excuses, Shiki. You're making excuses. You're just making excuses for those pitiful idiot humans who are just mucking up the place. Just mucking up the place. They're just mucking up the place.
Really page the Vaccine Man was like, I'm gonna kill all the oil barons. All of a sudden, Vaccine Man's the coolest guy ever.
Yeah, that's literally like Captain Planet.
Vaccine Man is kind of just like the embodiment of like
hero.
Every villain whose entire thing is just
the environment.
The world is dying because of humans, and I don't believe in humanity to fix itself, so I'm going to kill everyone.
Yeah.
Also, it looks like Piccolo.
The Ruby character is Ironwood.
Only one of these is actually like not the worst person ever.
All right,
you can definitely blame him. He does some bad shit.
Yeah, I just thought like the thing
is he's just like, Sengoku.
Yeah, and
he also believes some terrible shit and does some fucked up shit, but generally speaking, he's just trying to help the greater good. I'd say he's worse than Sengoku because he died before he could mellow the fuck out.
Yeah, like the thing is, I feel like in like a literal sense, I can't blame him because he's in such a tight, tough spot. Like literally, like the end of the world and like the city of Atlas are both like crushing, like weighing on his shoulders, and like he cannot find the best solution. He can't.
Right, but yeah, like he does personal things like where he snaps and kills a random bureaucrat.
Yeah, like
that other time he snaps and kills a random bureaucrat.
Yeah, like Charles would basically be like one of the Aesops under him, like pretty much.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Based on what you've described of Charles to me.
Although to be absolutely fair, the thing is with the E Pandora project with the freezing was that it was a project that was like endangering and like killing like young poor like homeless girls.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it did not need to exist whatsoever. Like I remember there's this one line like Elizabeth, who's this other character has like, if this was sacrifices to like actually like like make more Pandora so that humanity could better protect itself, I could like accept that. But because the person in charge of the project knows this isn't gonna work, it's just a front. There's no excuse anymore. We're going to you have no excuse to defend this project. And like Charles' like whole thing is just like, I don't want infighting. We can't risk infighting.
Also, like I have not read Freezing, but a character who a subplot based around pretending that what you're doing to the homeless is justified when really you're just brutally torturing them for later political gain sounds like a case of subtext is for cowards. That is so completely obvious. It's kind of awesome.
I love it. It's good.
Yeah, no, because Ironwood's literal plan is to leave all the poors and minorities to die.
Yeah, but like the thing is, he's not doing it for like a front or
But the
anything
thing
like
is,
that.
he didn't choose. Like, he's not the one who built the system that made all the poors and minorities on the bottom. He's just the one who's currently trying to figure out what to do with it.
Yeah, like he succeeded it, and now that like the worst case nightmare scenario is happening, he has to make a decision. Did he make the best one? No, definitely not. But like, did he make the worst one? I don't think so either.
Oh no, it could have been worse. Like the person in charge could have had the same ideology as like Weiss's dad.
Yeah, like they could have just been cowardly or like selfish, but Ironwood like truly cared about like his responsibility to Atlas and like the people in it, or at least the people he thought he could protect in it.
Yeah. Ironwood is put in a hypothetical situation where having all the poor and minority people die is bad, but not the worst thing, which is fucking
Like,
insane.
it is the path of least resistance, which is the fucked up thing.
It's fucking insane, yeah. But yeah, he's still wrong. There's better things you can do, and yeah. Good job, Ironwood.
Yeah.
Oh no, now we have two characters who are just
Hey,
annoying.
Blake! Blake, is
hey.
Blake a true elder god?
Okay, so here's the thing. Blake, I think you just put Blake here so we can shit on her a second.
I totally did. I hate this fucking cat. I hate this fucking cat. You have a moral obligation to fight for your right as second-class citizens.
Okay, yeah, no. Blake's just here to be shat on because, unlike everyone else here, she's not a villain or an antagonist in any way. Blake's whole thing is just, hey, yo, if you get discriminated against, it's your fault.
Oh my god! Like I feel like we can maybe put her in somewhat justified just because, like, yes, she's like she's generally a decent, upstanding person for the most part. But then just like
Blake wants is like Blake wants like like equality and peace, and that's good, but she's insane and thinks that if you don't have equality, it's partially your fault for being such a bad minority.
Like, I guess, like, can't blame him is, like, the tier, like, she belongs in.
She goes and can't blame him because she doesn't actively do terrible things. She just is stupid.
Yeah, she just has some, like, unhinged takes on, like, how a minority should react to being oppressed. Like, peaceful protest is hard to, like...
She's not a villain, Puff. She's just a bad person.
Yeah, like, the thing is, like, peaceful protest is, like, a hard thing to, like, say, like, that's a bad thing. Because, like, I don't think, like, you can ever truly say it's, like, an evil or, like, terrible thing. Like, maybe a misguided thing, like, at absolute worst. But, like, it's just, like, she just has some, like... poorly worded, poorly thought out ideas of what the average Faunus's obligations towards this struggle are.
Because I guess the thing that I think is like, Blake, like you guys were bombing Weiss's the Snee Company trains. That wasn't actually the worst thing in the world. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
Like that was not the worst thing you've done.
Well, the thing is, like, when they were doing that, like, she asked, like, what about all the people on the train? And I was like, what about them? And we'll get to Adam.
He's his own thing. Yeah, the problem is, Blake and Adam are like just butchered versions of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Because what did Martin Luther King say about protests? Puff? You know what he said?
What did he say?
He said they were the voice of the unheard.
Yep.
and that the only reason they exist is because the ruling class, or like not the ruling class, the people in power failed. He said that. Look up like Martin Luther King protests quote. It's really iconic. People love it. Yeah, no, where he's basically like, it's the voice of the unheard. Useless. Where is it? God damn it! I can't find. It's a real thing where it's like, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Damn it! Because it's just because MLK was so whitewashed. Okay, and I must say tonight that a riot is the voice of the unheard, and what it is America has failed to hear. Has heard the failed plight of I can't say that. Has worsened over the last 12. Okay, yeah. Or basically, his point is riots are just the voices of the unheard, and that he doesn't blame people who riot. Wait.
All right, now what about Adam?
Okay,
Adam,
Adam is
our
a failed
boy.
Malcolm X because Malcolm X was someone who basically believed in a violent revolution, which is perfectly understandable. But because Ruby's bad, man, they're all so whitewashed. I fucking hate American education. God damn it. Whatever.
All
Okay,
right.
but okay, so Adam, in the first 2 or 3 parts, is he seems like a freedom fighter who sometimes goes a little too far.
Yeah, like maybe somewhat justified. Like that'd be the tier he lands in.
Yeah, he goes a little too far sometimes, but overall,
He has a
he's
just
understandable.
cause. He has a just cause.
He's fighting for minorities. He's not doing it perfectly, but he's trying his best. He's trying his best. And then he switches to genocidal maniac who wants to kill all the non-faunas because fauna supremacy. Good job, Ruby.
And then he becomes a jealous incel ex-boyfriend
jealous
stalker,
nice guy ex-boyfriend
yandere,
because Ruby
what,
is so
etc., etc.
cool.
For this girl right here.
Puff, here's the problem. Like every other villain here is well written. That's the problem, Puff. We put a bunch of well-written characters, and you brought on our 2 least favorite Ruby characters. You knew what was gonna happen.
All right, really well written, cool. All right, cool.
Cool when he's good,
cool. Alrighty.
Sasuke's great.
Yeah, Sasuke is actually like amazing. I love.
Oh no, yeah, Sasuke's just one of the best characters in Shonen.
Yeah. Pretty good, decent side character. Pretty good.
Cool, pretty fucking
great.
Cool. One of the best Ruby characters.
Yeah, Diamond.
Hayden's amazing. Armstrong's pretty cool.
Armstrong is like he's just his presentation more than anything is like the best part of him.
He's
like
a
amazing.
lad.
Yeah.
Uta,
I played college ball.
Uta's so cool. I've seen Film Red 8 times.
Yeah, like I just saw it today. Pretty great movie. Go watch it.
So good. Go watch Film Red, you freaks. Hopefully you didn't.
It's like an actually good. It's an actually good One Piece movie. We can have like 5 good One Piece movies, maybe depending on your definition of what a good One Piece. Yeah. Like I think like okay, Omatsuri
right.
and
there's 3. Right. No. I forgot about Gold.
Yeah, like all right, so it's like Phil, like Omatsuri and
Omatsuri
Red are the 2 like those are the 2 like
2 best ones.
Yes. Yeah,
and then like if we pretend Stampede doesn't exist, all the new gen ones are fairly good.
Yeah, like Z has a really strong antagonist, despite like it's sort of like
Z
boring
is my
middle
least
part.
favorite out of the new gen because outside of Zephyr, I think it's fucking boring.
Yeah, I think like if the movie was just like the beginning and then the end, like it would be like a better thing. Like
they just didn't have a good middle.
Yeah, like the only parts I remember about the middle being fun are like Usopp made the banana boat again, and Aokiji has a spa day with the boys.
Kuzan existing is always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's kind of just like, yeah.
Film Gold is a lot more fun, and like it's not as like there's not like any like deep characters or anything in it,
but it's it's about greed, which is an interesting theme.
Yeah.
And then Strong World is cool too because we have had villains that don't want to accept the passing of the era with Big Mom and Kaido, but for a long time Shiki was that villain.
Yeah, and even now he still has a unique spin on it where like he just admires Roger a bit more than Kaido.
Where, like he greatly respects the people who kicked his ass.
Yeah. Whereas like Big Mom's like really bitter over it, and maybe Kaido respects like them because I know Kaido respects strong people.
Kaido at the very least respected how they died.
Yeah, Kaido respects strong people, but like with Ishiki, I get like he respected them as like pirates, and like
he respected them as pirates, and he kind of had the thing where he believed the only people that were deserving of having eras were him, Whitebeard, and Roger.
Yeah,
and then also Strong World's just fun. It's a cool. The islands are so fucking cool. The monsters are so fucking cool.
When your One Piece when your One Piece movie fails to have an interesting location, you miss the point.
Damn it, Z! What the hell did you do?
And not even Z, Stampede. What the? There was next to no redeeming qualities in that movie. It's just all right. The animation's nice.
The action's pretty cool, and
the villain is okay if you squint your eyes.
Yeah, no, Bullet's kind of neat. Yeah, no. Okay, anyway, ignoring One Piece. Shut up. Okay, no, here's the thing that we said we should do, Puff. We got to give a spoiler warning for all of these.
All right, spoiler warning for
A few minutes later.
This was a pretty neat tier list. We actually just got to analyze characters that were interesting because we weren't talking about fucking Ruby or talking about Fairy Tail when I couldn't remember anything because I have the brain of a fucking goldfish. Have good brains. I have the brain of a jellyfish. They don't have any. Can't remember shit.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Fun. I'm gonna stop recording now.
Oh, this was definitely a long recording.